Hey guys, it's Skye from Aman Magazine, and in this video I'm going to be talking about YouTube star Ruby Franke. And actually, I say star, but recently she has been accused of child abuse. So as some of you may be aware, maybe you're not, Ruby ran a YouTube channel called 8 Passengers, which involved her husband Kevin and their 6 children. But over the years, people have signed petitions, people have called out her way of disciplining is near on child abuse. For example, her oldest son Chad, a few years ago, he got his bed taken away because he played a prank on his youngest brother.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October. And they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, he was like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on.
Do you think it's funny? Because...
And then I walk out.
If you think it's funny, then that was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom.
It was not funny.
Russell got the big bedroom and Chad got the smaller bedroom. And Russell's bigger bedroom also had a bathroom. But what you guys didn't know was Chad didn't get any room. He didn't get
Another big topic that has especially been coming up recently is when Ruby refused to make her 6-year-old lunch and bring it to her because it should be her duty to do it, and if she doesn't make her lunch, then fine, she doesn't have it then.
Got a text message from Eve's teacher, and she said that Eve did not pack a lunch today, and can I bring a lunch over to the school? This happens quite often when you're raising children, because I know that her teacher is uncomfortable with her being hungry and not having a lunch, and it would ease her discomfort if I came to the school with a lunch. But I responded and just said Eve is responsible for making her lunches in the morning, and she actually told me she did pack a lunch. So the natural outcome is she's just going to need to be hungry, and hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
There's also been other instances where she's been gaslighting them. They've gone without Christmas presents. She's chucked away their belongings, their homework even, just to kind of hold that power.
I'm scared to share this because knowing people these days, I don't know if people are gonna, how they're gonna respond. So Kevin and I, we have 6 children. The 2 youngest are showing long patterns of selfishness. They have been showing through their choices their unwillingness to repent, their unwillingness to feel sorrow over some pretty egregious choices that they've made. So Kevin and I have decided that we are going to give the gift of truth to them this year for Christmas. We are going to give them the gift of boundaries, and we're going to give them the gift of repentance. So we sat down with them and we told these 2 what our expectations were again, and we let them know how deeply sorrowful we've been because of the choices that they've been making, and how it's affected their teachers at school, it's affected their peers, it's affected our home, the siblings, and we just laid it out very clear. And we told them that this year they are not going to be visited by Santa. So they will, and we prepped them. We let them know that the Christmas morning, their 4 older siblings will be getting Christmas presents to open, and that they will have the gift of love from their dad and I.
Wow. Now, talking of power, obviously having a YouTube channel, especially the kind of YouTube channel that she had a massive following, even in despite of all the allegations and the things that went on that she filmed. She has this power and the ability to make sure that when the petition's signed for social services and the police to come around, that doesn't happen. And if it does happen, then nothing's done. And that's been the problem up until recently. On the 30th of August, when one of her sons climbed out of her business partner's Jodie Hildebrand's house, he climbed out the window and he had tape around his ankles, his extremities, and he had open wounds on him. He was asking for food and water, and according to the neighbour's house that he ran to, he looked extremely malnourished, and he wasn't in a good way. He was scared to talk.
This kid has obviously been, I think he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds.
Let's see. Has he told you where his mom or dad are?
Haven't asked him that. Yeah. You know where your mommy and...
I really got these things.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't matter, son. Do you know where your mom and dad are?
Well, actually, I don't know where my mom is, but I do know where my dad is. He's not anywhere here. Nowhere here.
Okay. No, he doesn't seem to. He says he knows where his mom is, but...
he doesn't know where his dad is.
That's correct.
I do know where my dad is.
Is his mom home?
He doesn't live
He just says he doesn't live around here.
Okay. Does he know his mom's name?
What's your mom's name? Ruby Franke.
Okay. How do you spell the last name?
Franke.
Franke.
Can you ask him if any other children were in the home he came from?
Okay. Was there any other kids up at Jody's house? 10 and 14, and they're still at this house.
Are they tied up as well?
What's the deal with? Are they being held? Do they have wounds on them as well?
Nothing bad going on with us.
Okay. Well, okay. He says everything's fine with them. Grain of salt.
Okay.
He says what's happened to him is his fault.
That's not a problem. That's sad to hear. They're coming to you as quick as they can, okay?
Okay. You did good. Enjoy that banana, okay?
Yeah, he just
did the right thing. Is Jody up there right now?
Yes.
Okay. Jody Hildebrand is up there right now. Yeah, she's a bad lady. We didn't realize how bad.
He didn't know where his mum were. Obviously, his dad isn't living with them anymore. Ruby and Kevin have been... You can imagine what went on. Ruby was the one that filed for divorce, apparently. And the only thing that's really been said is they had a difference on parenting, which, to be honest with you, wouldn't really shock me. Now, a lot of people are coming for Kevin as well and saying, well, where were you in all of this? They're your kids as well. Why can't you stand up for them if you don't agree with it?
I asked whether Kevin wants to speak, and your reply was interesting to me in that you said Kevin does want to speak, just not now.
Correct.
So, if not now, when?
When the dust is kind of settled. He just doesn't want to jeopardize. He doesn't want to say something, because we've committed to the court. We're not going to disparage any of the family. And Kevin's gone above and beyond that. He's not only not disparaged anyone, he's reaching out to try to bring this family closer together and to kind of heal wounds. But I think at some point he'll want to tell the whole story. I just don't think this is a time to declare war. And he and I have counseled, and we believe that this is a time for healing. A lot of bad things have happened to this family, and he values his family and he values his children above all. And he's committed to doing whatever it takes, even if it's him remaining silent. He's committed to doing that in order to make the future better for his children.
But it's so much easier said than done, and people are saying as well, including his lawyer, that he was also a victim in all of this. And I think sometimes you could see that, but Ruby's very close with her business partner Jodie. Take that as you will. There's rumours circulating. We won't get into that. But Jodie was also, she had that similar way of disciplining children and getting her way. So it's almost like they're perfect for each other. Again, take that as you will. But yeah, so her daughter, Ruby's daughter Shari, is actually speaking out, and she's been to court, and there's going to be a hearing, I believe, on the 21st of September, which will determine what happens next. Ruby and Jodie are still both being held. They're in custody, and I think, as well as the massive list of evidence that they've got. I mean, Shari did a post, I believe, on Instagram not that long ago, saying if you've got anything that you can see on their YouTube channel, please send it to me, because obviously it's a lot for her to sift through and it's hard to watch.
Ruby Franke, the adult daughter, walked in with her attorney to attend the hearing. She did not want to speak with us. Her father's attorney did chat on his...
So there's loads against her, because obviously she filmed this. She put herself in the spotlight, so to speak, and she filmed herself abusing her children. And obviously, yeah, people are looking into it now, and it's been circulating the internet for ages and ages, and it's been a long time coming.
I was a hugely disconnected, selfish, aggressive, neglectful mother.
Entitled.
My children were wounded. They were hurt. Their souls were killed. The stuff that I allowed into my home killed their spirits, and it has taken a whole, I have been full-time. You wonder where I've been on my vlogs? You wonder why I left YouTube? It's to save my kids. No amount of money. And I'm telling you, I was making millions, and I left it because my kids were being hurt. With entitlement, they were being hurt with people's advice, and they didn't have a mother up the front saying, I don't care what the world's opinion is, this is the truth, and this is where I stand. And fortunately, I had a chance. I had them in my home long enough to do it, and I'm not going to lose them. They're seeing truth, they're accepting truth, they're loving truth.
But it'd be really interesting to see what happens. 4 of her 6 children are still minors, and yeah, Kevin's going to be fighting for custody, and I hope that they get the thing that they deserve. I mean, already Ruby's channel and all of her channels has been banned from YouTube, so this is just the first step in a long list of steps, but hopefully this is the light at the end of the very long tunnel for her children and her ex-husband Kevin.